Here is our pick of the coolest and most desirable disc brake road bikes of 2017. First up is the giant TCR Advanced Disc. The TCR is an immensely popular road bike with a heritage dating back to the 90s. With a light, stiff and compact frame, this is a bike designed for racing. The new disc version features 140mm rotors front and rear, and the advanced frame sits just below the range-topping Advanced SL. But it has impressed us with its excellent handling and stiffness. In addition, the model here weighs just 7.75 kilograms, impressive for a second-tier disc brake bike. The RIDLEY Noah SL Disc. We're excited about what could be the ultimate disc brake bike for powerful, explosive riders. Following the Pinarello F8 disc, the Noah is the second aero bike to now come with disc brakes with 12mm through axles front and rear. The Noah is a rapid bike, having put to devastating effect by Andre Greipel, and any increase in stopping power and modulation on a bike as fast as the Noah is an exciting prospect. Cannondale SUPERSIX Evo HIMOD disc. With skinny tubes, stays and a traditional frame shape, it may buck the current trend of aero bikes, but the Cannondale SUPERSIX Evo is classically good looking. To cope with the added forces from disc brakes, the frame has been completely redesigned with new moulds, resulting in a claimed 150-gram increase in system weight, which, although heavier than the non-disc version, is still incredibly light. The rear caliper may have gone, but Cannondale's SUPERSIX Evo disc retains the rear brake bridge. The bike's designers say that this was necessary to cope with the torsional strain in the rear triangle, which, owing to the traditional frame geometry, is relatively large. The cables are routed internally for a nice clean look. Interestingly, Cannondale has opted for a 12mm through axle at the front and quick release at the rear. For 2017, MERIDA's super light SCULTURA will be available with 160mm rotors front and rear. The internally routed hydraulic lines are guided as to not create annoying rattling sounds while riding, and there is also an innovative heatsink on the rear brake, which is said to cool it 50% quicker. Ideal if you get caught out on long, wet descents or are worried about dragging the brakes. MERIDA has also made use of Focus's second-generation rapid axle technology, which is particularly useful for rapid wheel insertion and removal. The total weight of the bike pictured is around 7.6 kilograms in a size 56. And finally, the BMC ROADMACHINE RM01. With the ROADMACHINE, BMC wanted to dispel the myth that riders can't have it all, and set out to develop a bike that is comfortable, stiff, light and aero. There are comfort features such as the D-shaped seat post, while cable integration and tube shapes provide subtle aero gains. The claimed frame weight is 930 grams, sitting between the Team Machine at 790 grams and Gran Fondo at 1050 grams. The innovative stem can have two stack heights depending on whether you want a sportive or race setup. It can also be removed without disconnecting the concealed hydraulic lines. Clever. The ROADMACHINE uses 12mm through axles with a 160mm rotor at the front and 140mm rear. If the Kermit the Frog green is not for you, then there are some other pretty funky paint jobs to choose from.